Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to Design Life Brand. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to sketch a car without perspective or with very little perspective. It's going to be in 3/4 view, so usually when you see a car not drawn in perspective, it's always a side view, right? So we're going to be doing it in 3/4 view with slight perspective. And the reason why is that I don't want to be focusing too much on perspective, because I feel like if I'm focusing too much on trying to get converging lines, I'm going to take away from other things like line quality and me going through the process of designing what the headlight is going to look like and what, the grille is going to look like. And so I don't want to focus too much on the perspective, and so my decision has been to really find a system to where I don't need to. And I'm going to be showing you guys that today. We're going to be drawing in this awesome Design Life sketchbook. You guys can grab this very soon. I know you want it now, but it's coming soon, guys. We're working on it and we're getting it to you guys. This is an awesome sketchbook. And what differentiates this sketchbook from another sketchbook is, well, just go ahead and pull your sketchbook out of your backpack and tell me what it looks like. Does it have some type of a charcoal drawing on it? Is it like some plain boring leather cover? Like those sketchbooks, they're either super generic or they are designed specifically for artists. Like, why is there a charcoal drawing on my design sketchbook? I'm going to be doing, indigo blue sketches and pen sketches and other type of sketches. I'm not going to ever be drawing in charcoal, okay? So don't show me a freaking charcoal drawing. This is designed by designers for designers, guys. Super awesome sketchbook. Obviously, it's orientated horizontally, which is very different than other sketchbooks in a way where other ones are orientated vertically, and so they kind of promote, or I wouldn't say they promote it if they're doing it intentionally, but what we want to do here is promote drawing horizontally, because that's the best way I've personally found to sketch on a rectangular sheet of paper, is to sketch horizontally. And if you're sketching stuff like cars, or you're doing ideation, you're drawing shoes, a horizontal sketchbook is going to be better than a vertical one all the time. I always draw my books horizontal, so that's why not just make the whole sketchbook horizontal? This is going to be a very no BS type of sketchbook, just completely no BS. Design Life, designed by designers for designers. This is an A4 size, which is awesome. It's portable enough where you can just throw it in your backpack and have enough real estate, and it's not small enough. I hate it when the sketchbook is too small and my palm is going out of it. I know there are benefits to it, but for now, this size here is awesome for most designers. For pretty much most designers, you guys are gonna love this. And two, I hate it when sketchbooks, they come in like too nice of paper sheets. And the reason why I hate that is because when I'm sketching, I really don't want to mess up. I really want to make sure I draw like some type of a really awesome Leonardo type of sketch, because this paper quality is just way too nice. This guy is no BS, it literally is no BS. And the reason is because we know that sketching has to be quick. We know that sketching, you got to put your thoughts down onto paper. That's the proper way to sketch and to develop your concepts. That's what we really promote here at Design Life, is to help you guys with your design lives. One of them being our second product here, our sketchbook. Our very first product is our Design Life original t-shirts. Definitely go ahead and grab yourself one of those if you identify as a designer. So here is an example of a car that I drew a couple weeks ago. We posted this on Design Life Brand at Instagram, so go ahead and follow us on there if you haven't yet. How I'm able to show that's in perspective, I mean, it's 3/4 view, as you guys can see, and it looks like it's in perspective, but it really isn't. I almost faked it in a way, and I'm going to show you guys how I faked it. So a lot of the times when you're drawing a car in a 3/4 view, you really got to focus on convergence, right? You got to make sure that your lines, you know, taper in and it meets up with the vanishing points, you know, right here and right here. What I do is, instead of converging all of these horizontal lines that would need to be converged in a perspective system, what I do is I get away with it by doing a foreshortening type of system. So as you guys can see, this is the front of the car, right? So from this headlight to this headlight, that's the front of the car. This is the flat part, and then this is the body, right? And so the center line of this front part is right here. You guys can see that's where the logo is. That's where the two grills meet up. And so this is the center line, and the space between the center line and the end of this headlight here is this much compared to this much. You guys see that? Anything that's further away is going to look smaller. So I don't focus too much on all these horizontal lines being convergence, but I do focus on the foreshortening aspect a lot. Okay, so now how I make it look even more perspective is a slight cheat, guys. It's kind of hard to foreshortening the rest of this body, so I kind of cheat it in a way where I am foreshortening these three lines here. So these three lines, this main body line right here where the bottom of the body is on the side, that line is going to converge upwards, okay? And then usually the top of these wheel arches are going to also converge. And then this line here is going to converge if you're drawing a truck, you know, or this could just be the trunk line of a sedan, and then the top of the roof. So these lines here will converge, but I mean, who can't draw, you know, converging lines like this? Super easy. I literally just did that in 3 seconds. So that's not really perspective, it's all just faking the perspectives. So let's pop open the awesome Design Life sketchbook and let's get on into it. So right away, guys, I am going to do the bottom of the bumper. Okay, so that's pretty much like this line here. And you guys can probably barely see that, but it's really, really light. And the goal is to make sure that you don't draw such a heavy line at first, because then you can't change it too much. Okay, so from this line here, I am going to draw the side of the body, and this body is going to be going upwards. Again, just like this line, see how it goes upwards? Same thing. Again, you're not focusing too much on perspective. This is just a systematic thing that you do every time. This is what I do every time. And then I'm going to do the front, you know, going up right there. So this is going to allocate, you know, the front side here of the face of the car. I'm going to bring this back. So, you know, it's a little bit of an angle, but not too much. You're gonna need this space here. So I'm just gonna draw it kind of back like that. Something like this. So go ahead and do that. I'm gonna draw this line. This line's gonna be very important. So this line is gonna be horizontal with this line right here. It's gonna be perfectly horizontal. Boom, just like that. And so this is going to be the edge where the front of the car meets the hood and bends over, okay? And then I am going to draw the center line now of the very front. So I'm going to draw this center line, and the center line is going to be about right here. So I kind of just eyeball it, you know, I make sure that I give myself about that much space and then about that much space. So I draw the line down here. So I'm going to start off right here. Right there, okay? And then I'm gonna draw an arc, okay? I'm gonna draw an arc, boom, to the back. You see that? And then since this line is carrying down, it's gonna start right here. I carry this line across and it hits this line right here. That line that I drew earlier, and it's gonna carry this line right here. And then I'm gonna draw an arc from here to there. Boom. So that's how I do kind of like the cabin of the car. So, and then I'm going to connect those two arcs together, just like that. Continue the center line, boom, right there. Okay, I'm going to draw in the wheels. I know that the wheels are somewhere right here, so I'm just going to go ahead and draw an ellipse. Go ahead and draw an ellipse in the rear here. And then I am going to darken this line just a little bit. Okay, so now I am going to start to tweak things just a little bit because I can see things are getting a little bit funky. So I don't like this belt line already, so I'm just going to draw it up just a little bit, up just a little bit higher, okay? And then I am going to draw this front arc here just a little bit. Just redraw that in. You know, that's the reason why we do really light lines, guys, is so that you can go back and always tweak it. So that's what I'm gonna do. Boom, draw that. Boom, and draw the top of the windshield. Boom. I'm gonna draw the thickness of the A-pillar. Boom, right there. Go something like out, around, and then down. Something simple like that. Just keep it simple over there. So I'm gonna draw in the placement of the headlights. Since I know it's gonna be somewhere around here, I'll just draw, you know, the placements right there. And then on the other side, I'm going to do the same thing right there. So I'm just kind of visualizing from experience and just, you know, feeling it out. I kind of know when where to place things. So it might take you a couple tries, you know, anything that's worth getting good at, you gotta practice at it. So sketching is no different. Go ahead and practice that. Your first sketches aren't going to be the best, but you just, you know, keep trying, watch this video multiple times. Okay, so now I'm going to just, you know, kind of develop it now. I pretty much like built the underlining structure. Now I'm just going to start developing it. And that center line, I am going to, instead of going upwards, I'm just going to go back like this and then carry it back where it used to be, okay? And then maybe this is like a Porsche. So I'm just going to make sure that this is like a bulb. It goes across the hood and then back up and back around. So just like that, you see that? So this is like a cross section. Let's see, and then I am going to do maybe the bumper now. So I'll do something like that. I'll do the bottom of the bumper and then carry it back to the wheel. I am going to do another ellipse, but a little bit offset and downwards from the original ellipse that I drew. And you're gonna see why in a bit. So just go ahead and draw another ellipse downwards and offset. And so what this ellipse here is, it's supposed to be now the wheel, the rim of the car actually. And the first ellipse that we drew is going to be the arc, the wheel arc of the car body, of the fender. Just go ahead and do the second one in the back, okay? And then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to draw a line from the underside of the arch. And I'm just gonna draw a line like this. Boom, just like that. And so that kind of simulates the tire going inwards to the fender and tucking underneath that wheel arc. So that's what I try to do around these situations here. Usually when you draw a car, this is probably like the hardest part. Is drawing these ellipses and making sure that they look good. Okay, so now I can kind of see that the front has a lot of body to it. You know, there's a lot of body, but this back part here, it just seems kind of slim and weird. So what I want to do is kind of just drop this body line just a little more, and then I want to make this wheel a little bit more slim. So I'm fixing things a lot, guys. You see that? Like, I don't do things correctly the first time, but since I draw it lightly enough, I can actually go back and just fix it and tweak it. And not only is it helping me with my errors, but it's also allowing me to redesign things, to be like, oh, well, I designed it like that a second ago, but maybe I want it to look like this. So the option of sketching really lightly will allow you to do that. So I'll just go ahead and do that. And when I notice that maybe my lines are getting just a little bit too hairy, I'll do an underlay, meaning like I'll put a piece of paper over this. Since I did the hard work and the underlying structure already, I'm more focused on the line quality and the perspective a little bit more, just because I have the design a little bit figured out. You know, just a simple 5-spoke rim right there. Boom, one right here, one right here, one right here, and there. So simple 5-spoke rim, nothing too crazy. Draw the bottom of the wheel, and it goes upwards, okay, up into there. I'll draw the other side, the other wheel on the other side. It'd be something like that, you know. And this is just me freaking eyeballing everything, guys. Like, I'm going quickly, I'm not caring too much, just want to get it down. If I really want to do a nice sketch, I'll do the underlay part, but for now, it's just really like quick and getting things down. Because, you know, you want to have fun with it. You don't want to just like freaking stress out and then care that you're going to make a mistake. I found that every time I've, you know, cared too much and tried not to make a mistake, I ended up just drawing a terrible picture. I end up making a mistake to begin with, and I find that that's just a terrible kind of strategy methodology to take. You just kind of want to have fun and go for it, you know. Okay, so go ahead and do that. And let's see, carry this there, I'll tuck that there. So I'll go ahead and draw the bumper now. This is kind of cool. I'll do something like this, and maybe so this will just be the two front air intakes. And the center line helps a lot, as you guys can see. Like, it makes me know when I have to start curving the line back upwards right there. All right, so it's, you know, it's coming along. I'm not too happy with this body very much. I think it's because the roof here is a little bit funky. Drop that down, do something like that. All right, so now I'm kind of just winging it, guys. You know, just having fun. Go ahead, you know, you're developing it now, you're darkening the lines. I've done the hard work, you know, and now I'm just kind of like building things up, defining things just a little bit more, you know, going through the process, seeing what might this look like, what that might look like. So I'll do the hood, I'll tweak things, I'll change things. Maybe that line doesn't look quite right. Maybe it looks too weird, maybe it looks too hairy. These are the things that I'm thinking about when I'm sketching right now, just having fun, going at it, not, you know, moving from one place to the next, not staying at one place too long, because then it'll just make me overwork that place. And so I'm going to go ahead and just, you know, go quickly. And we could always do overlays, guys. You know, don't feel like you have to nail it the first time. You've done the hard work. Just go ahead and throw that sheet of paper on it and go ahead and re-sketch it using nicer line weight. If you learned a thing or two, definitely hit that like button. Also hit that subscribe button so that my videos come right to you guys. And something that I've discovered that is kind of big news now, but you gotta hit the little bell button if you want to be notified if when I upload a new video. So definitely go ahead and do that. I can't emphasize that enough. Go ahead and go to designlifebrand.com to grab yourself one of these awesome Design Life t-shirts and Design Life books coming soon. Also, guys, what's cool about these books here, I forgot to say, is that if you wanted to give this to your friend, look how easy, just look how easy this page is going to rip out. Like, no kidding, man. You know how every time you draw something nice in those sketchbooks and you're ready to tear it out, only to tear it out and the corner here rips down like that and you're like, no! Or you have to really crease the paper. You know, you have to crease that stuff. I literally didn't have to crease that at all. And now I got this paper here that I could do whatever with because this sketchbook is literally the best sketchbook in the whole entire world. Alright guys, that's about it. I'll catch you in the next video. Peace. Oh, I gotta end with this. Peace.